Hey, welcome to Simple Yoga Flows. My name is Dan, and let's get started lying down on our backs. Your option to either extend the legs out long, or if you want to bring the feet in, soles of the feet together, and let the knees fall open towards the side, Supta Baddha, and either arms next to side, or if you want to get really nice and comfy stretched out, you can get a nice chest stretch going by taking the arms out wide into a big Y. Close your eyes and feel the expression. Just wipe off your face, letting the cheeks, the jawbone relax. And the shoulders are heavy. And let's just breathe. Starting with a big exhale, meet at the very bottom. Inhale, fill all the way up. Feel the chest rise, the belly lift. Expand like a balloon, filling up. Exhale, empty it away. Inhale, fill. Exhale, empty. And the body is softening each exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take the hands to the legs and press the knees together. We'll pull the knees in towards the chest, grab for the shins, and rock side to side a few times. Reaching for the soles of your feet, happy baby pose. Flex the feet. Grabbing for the outside edges. Really pull the knees down. Feel the shoulders wrap back. Thighs hug in towards the rib cage. Our legs will come back in. Hug the knees in. And let the legs fall over to the left. So the knees will fall left. The right arm reaches over to the right. And if you want to, you can let the head roll off to look at that right hand. Left arm might be on the floor, or if you want to, if you're flexible, naturally, you can take the left hand to that right thigh, kind of assist the twist. Inhale the legs back through the middle. Grab for the shins, hug the knees in, let the legs fall. Right. Left arm reaches over, the head rolls off. So look at that left hand. Maybe the right arm out or the right hand to the left thigh. Good, pull the legs back into the middle. Head comes to the middle, grab for the shins. Pull the forehead up between the knees. And we'll take a few rocks along the spine, head to toe. Going all the way forward, leaning all the way back. A couple more times if it feels good. Warming up the spine. And then after this last round, let's meet up in our seat. And cross the legs over. Adjust your seat if you'd like. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Look towards the hands. Twisting right, take the left hand over to the right thigh. The right hand comes directly behind you. And then turn to look over that right shoulder. Spine's nice and tall. Twisting it out. Inhale back to the middle. Both arms up to the sky. On the exhale, twist left. Looking over the left shoulder. Nice and tall through the spine. Inhale back to middle. Both arms reach to the sky high. And then roll over onto the hands and the knees into your table. We'll start on all fours, spreading the fingers wide by just sliding the heart forward and back, hips forward and back, warming up our wrists. And then move a little bit in a circle, maybe side to side. You can make a figure 8 with the heart around the wrists. Make sure you're going both directions, so let's switch whichever way you're going first. Go the opposite a couple of times. And then slow it down. Back into your table. Cat, cow. Inhale, belly drops. That's the cow. And then exhale, round the spine like a scared cat. The head will fall. Tailbone tucks down. Belly lifts up. Again, inhale. The belly drops. Heart lifts. Exhale, round the spine. All the way down. Move back into your table. Tuck the toes under. Send the hips up and back to the sky. Downward facing dog. Let the head just fall. If you want a little bend in the knees, feel free. Maybe you pedal the heels out, dropping the hips side to side. Nice and slow. Then walk the feet up to the hands. And fold at the front of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach the arms overhead high. And then draw the hands into heart center. Big inhale, arms go back up to the sky. And exhale, fold, lead with the heart, hinge at the hips. On the inhale, take a halfway lift. On the exhale, we'll step our left foot back into warrior one. So ground the left heel, bend the right leg, lift the arms up, and we'll take the hands to the hips to make sure those hips are forward. So pull the right hip bone back, left hip bone forward, ground the outer edge of the left foot, making an imprint in your mat with that back foot. Reach the arms up to the sky. Nice and tall through side bodies, all the way up from the hips to the fingertips. Open up to warrior two. So that right knee is in line with the second toe. Take a look back at the back arm. Notice if it's drooping down. Let's pick it up. Extend the hands away as far apart as you can. Soften the shoulders down. Flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse. Reaching the right arm up towards the sky. Nice and tall through the side body. Keeping a big bend in the front leg. And then exhale, side angle pose. Right forearm to the right thigh. Left arm extends out overhead. If you want to roll that left rib cage up a little bit more and then drop into the right hip bone a little further. Look down at the right foot, left hand to the floor. Drop the left knee down onto your back toes and then reach the right arm to the sky, lunge twist. Placing both hands inside the right foot. Let's make some space for the shoulders, walking the right foot out. Turn the right toes out just slightly, and then the right knee's in line with the right ankle. You can walk the ankle forward a little bit further if you'd like. We'll sink the hips forward and down into runner's lunge. Big hip opener. All right, if it's uncomfortable for you, you can always walk the hands in, trying to stay nice and tall, or if you're naturally flexible, maybe you're walking the hands further forward or coming all the way down to your forearms. But going to wherever your space allows, not worrying about if you're doing practice at home with a friend or something, what your friend's doing, right, or at school with some friends, what they're doing. Walk the hands back in, so the hands are under the shoulders. We're gonna walk the right foot to the middle of our mat, so the right toes are turned forward, surrounding the right leg, and then half splits. Pull the hips back. Really press the right heel down, flex the right toes back, and that right hip bone is pulling back in line with the left. Little mini bend in our right knee, always. Never want to lock out the joint, so keeping a little bend there, safely protect the joint. Take both hands inside the right foot, start to bend the right leg, tuck your back toes under, pick the left knee up, and then walk the hands all the way over into a wide-legged forward fold. So the feet are parallel to one another, toes pointing forward. On the inhale, take a halfway lift. On the exhale, fold over your legs. You can grab for opposite elbows here if you'd like, and just hang. It's a really good opportunity for a hamstring stretch. Also a really good opportunity to kind of just notice how you're feeling today. Right? If you're stressed out, or feeling anxious, or maybe you're really happy, you have a ton of energy, or you're tired, that's why you're trying to move a little bit. And just accepting those feelings for being you. That's you today, right? It doesn't have to mean that's you tomorrow or you in an hour. Right? But it's okay to have those feelings and just accepting that. Whatever those feelings are today, right now. Let's bring the hands forward to the front of your mat, bending into the front leg, pivoting those right toes around. So we're squaring our hips off, dropping the back knee down, coming into our low lunge. Untuck the back toes, inhale the arms up to the sky. Reach the arms up nice and tall. Tall to the side body, and then surround the right foot. Tuck your left toes under, pick the hips up, and then step the right foot back into downward facing dog. And so here it's your option. You can just hold downward facing dog if you would like. If you want a little bit extra, let's move through a vinyasa. So rolling forward into your high plank pose, shoulders over the wrists, triceps roll back. On the exhale, using the knees or the toes, lowering chaturanga all the way to the floor. Tops of the feet, cobra. Lift the heart, lift the shoulders. Exhale, forehead comes down. Using your knees or maybe tucking the toes under. Press yourself back up to downward facing dog. Let the left leg lift. Pull the left knee forward, in between the hands. Ground the right heel. Lift the arms up. Back into our warrior one. Arms to the sky. Big bend the left leg. Take the hands back to the hips to make sure that those hips are turned forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. Making an imprint in the mat with that back foot, outer edge. Arms back up to the sky. Open your warrior two, turn the right toes out. Remember that front knee is in line with the second toe. Arms are extended. Take a look at that back arm. Make sure it's lifted. Gazing back forward, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach the left arm to the sky. Nice and tall. And then exhale is side angle. Left forearm to the left thigh. Right arm reaches overhead. Remember to try to sink down in through that left hip. Pressing through the right foot. Extending out through the fingertips. Look down at the left foot. Bring the right hand down to the mat. Drop onto your right knee. And then open the left arm up to the sky. Both hands inside the left foot. Walk the left foot out wider, turning the toes out. So up onto tall arms, into your runner's lunge, or maybe you're going a little bit further. Coming down onto forearms or walking the hands out. Wherever feels best for you. Listening for your breath, breathing with your ears. The breath is nice and audible to signal the brain to release. Walk the hands in. coming into our half splits. So walk the left foot in towards the middle, left toes are forward, surrounding the left leg, pulling the hip bones back, left hip bone in line with the right, left foot is flexed, left heel is rooted to the floor, extending, reaching the heart out, crown of the head forward. And then bending the left leg, place both hands inside the left foot. Tuck your right toes under, pick the right knee up, walk the hands all the way over and around, square the feet off, take your halfway lift, and fold over your legs. If you'd like something a little different than this time, than just the forward fold, the forward fold is always a great option. If you want to twist though, we can take the left hand under the face. On the inhale, straighten the spine, so like a halfway lift, nice and long. Take the right hand to the sky. Stay there for 1, 2, on 3. Right hand comes back down. Right hand replaces the left hand. Inhales a halfway lift. And then left arm reaching to the sky. Nice and tall. Spine is long. 3, 2, on 1, the left hand comes down and you fold. Walk the hands to the front of your space, pivoting the left toes around, squaring the hips off, drop the right knee down, and then inhale, lift the arms up into your low lunge. Breathe into it. Surround the left foot. Tuck your right toes under. Plant the palms, step the left foot back into your downward facing dog. If you'd like the extra vinyasa, feel free to roll forward in a high plank, either using the knees to the toes, elbows into side body, lowering through chaturanga, either cobra or upward facing dog. And then press back to downward facing dog. Drop down onto your knees. Cross the legs over. Roll back onto your seat. Lift the feet off the floor. Modified boat if you'd like to grab for the hamstrings. Otherwise, arms are next to side body, nice and long. Flex the toes. See if you can lift the feet up a little bit higher. Only here just a little longer. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Remember, shaking is always okay. It means you're working. Growing strength, getting a little stronger each time. Good, and then drop the feet down. Wrap the arms around the legs, lift the heart through. And then we'll do some seated poses. So extending the legs out long, and then taking the legs nice and wide. And take the hands behind the hips, if you'd like, to just adjust, sit up a little bit taller. Inhale the arms up overhead, and then on the exhale, the hands, the fingertips find the floor. Notice how I didn't curve right into it to try to feel more flexible, right? You want to work at the flexibility, so keeping the heart lifted, extended, reaching up, keeping the low back nice and long, and then from there, folding forward into it. And wherever you go, maybe you're a pretzel and your forehead's already down on the floor with that spine nice and supported, right? Maybe you're like I was when I first started yoga, all the way up here, counting down the seconds until this pose is over because it's so tight on my hips, right? And that's okay, wherever you're at. Let's breathe into it. 3 more breaths. Walk the hands back in. We're going to lie back down, so pulling the feet in, bending the legs, lie back down onto your backs. Draw the right knee in towards the chest, so just grabbing that right shin with the hands, and then walk the left foot in, the left heel towards the body, so that you'll cross the right ankle over the left thigh. And then reaching for that left leg, if you would like. Right? Remember, it's always okay. If this is enough of a stretch for you, to just kind of hang out here with the left foot on the floor. Maybe you take the right hand to the inside of the right thigh for a little bit more. That's fine. If you're grabbing for the hamstring, that right foot is always flexed, right toes towards the knee. Maybe you want a little bit more and you reach for the left shin to pull legs closer. And then set the left foot down. Take the right foot up to the sky. Grab a hold of the right leg, interlacing the fingers together, right behind, underneath the knee, behind the leg. And then extend your left leg forward, left heel down, flexing both feet. Lift the head off, looking towards those left toes. And then I want you to not yank on the right leg in towards the body or kick super strong into the arms, but oppose each other. So find a slight pull on the leg and make sure that the leg is pressing into the hands. The right foot is flexed. If you want a little bit more, let's lift the left foot off the floor. Shoulders hover. Stay here for 3, for 2, and 1. Nice. Bend both legs. Pull the knees in towards the chest. Give them a little rock. You can extend that right leg out if you'd like. And then set the right foot down. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Your variation, maybe you're staying here, applying pressure to the inside of the left hip with the left hand. Or if you want to reach for the back of that right leg, flexing the left foot, toes towards the knee. Nice big hip stretch. Maybe you want to go a little bit more and you're grabbing the shin. Remember, it's your practice. Set the right foot down. Extend the left leg to the sky. Flex the foot. Grab behind the left leg. Interlace the fingers together. Extend the right foot out towards the front of your mat. So flexing both feet. Lift the head, look for those right toes. Maybe the right leg's down or the right leg's hovering. You're pressing the left leg into the hands, then pulling the hands into the leg, getting nice and active, feeling that opposition of energy, of force in the body for 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Pull the knees in towards the body. Rock a little bit side to side. Last little bit of effort today. Set the soles of the feet down on the floor. Toes are forward, feet are hip width distance. Walk the shoulders under the body and then press the hips to the sky, bridge pose. If any of you are little gymnasts, right, or have been doing yoga for a few years and you have wheel, and you feel comfortable going into wheel, walking the hands over the shoulders, pressing the hips up to the sky. Arms nice and long. Stay here for 3, 2. On 1, if you're in wheel, tuck the chin to the chest. We'll slowly bring the hips back to the floor. Draw the knees in towards the body. Grab for the shins. Rock a little bit side to side. And then extend the legs out to the corners of your mat. Heels come out, toes fall out to the side, arms next to the side body. And close your eyes. Feeling some longer breaths. In through the nose, maybe out the mouth. Breath is nice and slow. To allow the body to follow along. Staying here for as long as you have today. Thanks for sharing. Practice. Namaste.